Hello and welcome to the Scatterable channel, and today I'm here at the Lian Li booth, and they've actually got two extremely cool cases to show off that I think you guys would actually be interested in. No, they are not overpriced actually. As a matter of fact, they come down in price, but they've also got some other updates to some of their products here at Computex, and they're releasing finally some new power supplies that might be worth looking into if you want to do a dual chamber PC case, especially with Lian Li. But this is the cool thing right here. This is the Lancool 207. In a nutshell, this is a compact ATX PC case because the power supply here is front mounted. It's not here on the back, it's here on the front. And you can connect all the cables here from the back of the PC case because all of it is going to be exposed right in front of you. And what that allows you to do with this kind of case is that one, it actually prevents GPU sag because you can fit something in between the graphics card and this part of the PC case right here pretty easily, but it also reduces the height of the PC case and a bit of the width as well. So if you wanted an ATX traditional style PC case without it getting too big in size, this I think is a very effective solution. Oh, but I haven't even talked about the coolest part yet. It's the fans. It's the fans. Because of this front-mounted power supply, you have two fans right here shooting cool air right into your graphics card. And that should help with graphics card temperatures. Maybe even you could overclock your graphics card, but now have some extra thermal cooling support to further cool down your graphics card. That I think is very game-changing. We don't know how much power the new RTX or Radeon graphics cards could consume. If we're going to want something that can provide extra cooling support if those new cards really do take up a ton of wattage. So I think that's some very neat future-proofing on Lian Li's part with their new Lancool 7. And the best part, well, I've said the best part plenty of times, but this is going to retail at $79.99 with two front 140mm ARGB fans and two 120mm fans in black right below your graphics card. I think this might be a great value proposition, especially coming from Lian Li. And best of all, you can use an ATX motherboard, but not have to deal with the larger and increasing sizes of PC cases that seem to be the trend nowadays. Here's the second really cool case I want to show off, and it is the brand new O11 Vision Compact. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already seen the regular O11 Vision, but beware, it is quite huge, which makes sense for that case of stature, but if you want something more compact, this O11 Vision Compact does something very interesting. As a matter of fact, the dimensions of this case are pretty close to the original O11 that released a few years ago, so it's good to see that if you want a very cool presented PC case with this dual glass design, you can still have that, but the case doesn't have to be enormous. And since it's a smaller case, it does bring down the price. This is going to be about $119. But I think the coolest part about this case is how you mount an AIO. Now you can't see it right now in this example, but I'll show you here in footage. You can actually mount a radiator on the back of the PC case in the secondary chamber and all the fans in the front. And what that allows you to do is to, one, have a thicker radiator for more cooling performance. Because I've seen a few compatibility issues with certain PC cases and fitting a thicker radiator like an Arctic Freezer 3 and it getting in the way of the VRMs on your motherboard, or for that matter, making it a tight squeeze if you want to put in any CPU power cables or any other AIO on the top of the motherboard. But here, having that AIO on the side, tucked away, it looks a lot cleaner, and there'll be less cables. So I think it's a very neat way of mounting your AIO that allow for hopefully more performance since you can fit a thicker one in the back of that PC case. And it's a really good use of space as well. The tubes for that AIO can fit through the middle top of the PC case through these large grommets and then go to where your CPU is. So it's a great use of space while not really overblowing the size of a PC case. So I think another great move from Lian Li for making innovative PC cases that allow for plenty of cooling while not making them extremely large. Now this is another case I have to show off, but Lian Li is updating the Lancool 216 with the 217. What's the difference? Well, it's a 217, and the 7 indicates that you can fit two 170mm fans in the front of the PC case, which yes, they are pre-included. Versus the original 216 that we've had for a while now only had two 160mm fans. But also, Lian Li is taking a page out of some other case manufacturers' books and including some wood. on the 217 to hopefully give it a little bit more of a mature and office sort of vibe. If you don't want the full-on gamer look with RGB and white, you can get something more understated and clean while achieving really good performance. But as you can see, with the 207 that I showed you guys earlier, the power supply mounted from the front, but here is an example of how it'll be traditionally mounted like here with the 217. But as a result, the case is a little bit taller and a little bit wider. So once again, we have the 217 here for ultimate performance while maintaining a clean look. Oh hey, and this might be cool as well. Some of you guys may have caught this at their Lian Li Digital Expo, but here are their new Edge series of power supplies. They are finally coming to the market. They are releasing next month. And for example, right behind me, you can fit these in a dual chamber PC case, but have access to all of the power ports from the front here, rather than having to fish for them on the back side of the power supply. So all of these are going to be coming to the market very soon, and hopefully should provide some extra flexibility for plugging in your power supply into a case like this, while keeping cable management to a minimum. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is that Lian Li is bringing some new fans to the market. This is quite similar to what they've already got, but here's the difference. Everything can be controlled wirelessly through a dongle. So at this point, all you need to do is just provide power to the fans. But the RGB and even the onboard temperature and fan gauges for the fans can be controlled with this dongle that can either go into a USB port or an onboard USB 2.0 header found on the bottom of your motherboard. And this once again should be another cool way of adding some extra cooling to your PC, but without having extra cables to deal with, and hopefully simplifying the process through Lian Li's L-Connect software. And with all of that said, that is all the cool stuff I got to show off here at the Lian Li booth. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the Scatterable channel, signing out.